Hello, my convicts and convicets. Yes, it is I, the Kappa Convict, bringing you guys and gals another vlog. This is the vlog I wanted to do yesterday, but seeing as my little boy was here, he's actually in bed at the moment because I've just got to take him to school this morning. But I thought I'd quickly get this vlog in. I knew it wouldn't take too long, so I thought, why the hell not? Let's jump in and let's do the already unboxed unboxing. And let's talk a little bit about the new tech that we've actually got, which is right about here. So, first of all, hooray for PlayStation! PlayStation now have allowed you to physically change your name. So, if you look on my PlayStation account, you will actually notice I am now known as the Kappa Convict. Hooray! No more John R1S. I've actually had John R1S, according to them, since 2009. That's how long I've been known as John R1S. And the fact we've not been able to change it has been absolutely horrendous. Because obviously, when I started doing YouTube, everything else on my PlayStation account would come up. So if I sent you a message, it would go out as the Kappa Convict. I did most other things, you would see as the Kappa Convicts. The only other thing holding me back was when I was in game, physically playing games, it was known as John R1S. So people wouldn't find me for YouTube because it's a completely different name to what I actually have on YouTube. So, hooray! We are finally there. We've officially got our name, and that is live from now. So if you do lose me and you can't see a John R1S account, search for the Kappa Convict with no spaces because my name is too long to actually have underscore. I was going to have the underscore Kappa underscore convict, and you can't because it's too long. So it's just known as the Kappa Convict, no spaces. So definitely check it out if you want. Check it out on PlayStation. So there we go. I'm now me. I can now go, hey, it's the Kappa Convict, and people go, yay, we know who you are. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Maybe. We are at 1,000 and nearly 60 subscribers, so thank you, and I salute for all those people who have subscribed. You're really, really helping the channel to grow, to get better, to help me create more content, and just to push forward. I know you may not always see the content you want to see. I do try to keep it fresh and different every single day. I know it does get a little bit samey for a while because I've got to have the funds to be able to buy more games, to be able to expand. It's like the Sekiro or whatever it's called, Two Deaths game. That looks really, really cool. I'd love to play that. But again, it's having the spondula to be able to actually physically go and do that. And everything I earn for the channel has to come from the revenue that I actually get from you guys and gals supporting me. And we're actually doing pretty dang well. We've got to hit a certain threshold. I think it's 60 for the 60 for the revenue to actually be sent to me. So for now, we're just pushing on. We're around about $20 at the moment is where we're at. So we've got more to go through in order to get there. So you can help and you can help to push that through. And hopefully we can then start using that money then to buy new stuff, buy more equipment, and to basically upgrade the channel each and every day until we get to the big leagues, hopefully, at some point, and then there, who knows. Anyway, we're kind of going off point because we're going to talk a little bit about what I wanted to and the reason why I was so delayed the other day on Tuesday. So, without further ado, let's unbox the already unboxed box. So here it is, the unboxed box. As you can see there, it says Netgear. It will be backwards for you guys and gals because it's mirrored. But there's a couple of things that I was a little bit disgruntled about that did not make me too happy with. This is okay. This is the normal standard line here in the UK. Well, in America as well, it would be because the telephone line is the only thing that's different. But the normal standard RJ11 is what these are. And then we've got the RJ45s, which is known as the Ethernet cable. Now, this Ethernet cable is absolutely horrible. If I press this in, it's like it's got the actual insides are actually smaller than this actual cable, so you can actually squish, as you can see there, the cable because whatever's inside is actually smaller. Now this is a 5E, category 5E cable. And 5E, if you don't know, are not the best ones. So don't use them. It's a rubbish. So what I think to this cable, can you grab it? Is this rubbish. So I'm actually using a much better cable here. I can just show you it's all connected here. And this is a category 7. Look how beefy this boy is. This is a category 7 cable that I use. I use only category 7s at the moment. Now you don't need to go OP with category 7, but category 6 would be good enough if you're going to be one of those kind of ones that you can take it with you and plug in and take out. Category 7 only needs to be used really if you're going to use it within like an actual wall and you have the cable coming out and you want to have future-proofed technology. This category 7s will be probably better later on, but for now, they don't really pose any improvements or anything as such. They're over a 1 gigabit cable, so they can send information faster than 1 gigabit, but category 6 are 1 gigabit cables, and then category 5Es are less than that. Now, one thing I noticed when I first opened it was this plug. I was like, oh my god, how am I going to use this plug in order to do what I need to do? So, obviously being a bit of a dummy and not actually going through the entire box, which I should have done, that was a big problem because I was like, well, this is going to be an issue because if I've got this and it's only two prong, you're going to need to convert the plug. It doesn't say you need to convert the plug with the box or anything. So it was like, oh, well, that's great. So I'm looking through all my boxes. I did find a plug with the same voltages as this to be able to use, but it kept on disconnecting. It wouldn't stay connected because the actual plug had like a bend in it. It wasn't just a straight wire. It was a bent one. It has like a little nozzle that goes that way instead. So that was pretty annoying. And I think that's about it. There's a few more things in here that we can have a quick look at first, before we officially go into what it is. So there we go. So we had this as well. I tried to use this, but I don't know why, because I don't need to. But as you can see, it's only got 2 Ethernets at the end on there. And I was like, well, that's not going to help because where do I plug in my telephone wire? Because my telephone wire here in the UK, they're wider than the Ethernet. They're not the same as these ones. So that really got me confused on what I'm supposed to do with this. But eventually I figured out, obviously I don't need it. You just have the telephone wire in the bottom one and the Ethernet in the top, because mine are 2 separate ones when it's plugged in. I can just quickly actually show you. As you can see here, when it focuses, focus, there you go. And as you can see, the Ethernet's at the top and my telephone wire, which is up here, telephone wire is plugged in there as well, which is not Ethernet. Excuse the cables down there. So yeah, that was a bit of annoying. So eventually when I figured that out, again, there's another one which is for the area here. Again, I didn't see these kind of things. I didn't see. These was right in the bottom of the box, and I didn't actually see what this is. And then there's this weird thing. I've got no clue what this is at all. All I know is it's weird. Some sort of converter telequip. It's for phone, I believe, but I've got no clue. I don't know what it does. Who knows? So I did eventually find a plug, which after delving further down deeper into this box here. Get off wire. After delving much deeper into the box, I eventually found out that obviously most of the stuff is actually in the bottom of the box. I didn't go that far down because I saw this and it was down there like that. That's how it was. And I just thought all the stuff was here on top. So after eventually going further into the box, excuse me, I did eventually find all the stuff that was in there. So yeah, that was pretty annoying to find it later on when I thought I'd got everything out of the box already. So what did we buy? In fact, we bought this. and you can't see it because it's mirrored. Screen's mirrored on there. I should probably change that round on here. Can I actually physically do it now? Will it not let me? Webcam. I don't think it'll let me. So, yep. So this is it. I'll read what it is. It's a broadband high-speed DSL modem. Its model number is the DM200 on here. It's for phone line connections for BT, TalkTalk, PlusNet, and more. For fiber connections from BT Infinity, TalkTalk Fiber, PlusNet Fiber, and more. Auto detection for universal DSL support, and it has an easy CDLS installation with Smart Wizard, and it has I can't even speak now. It has a DSL speedometer or speedometer. Does not support bonded VDSL. So if you've got bonded VDSL, this would not support it. But as you can tell, it works for BT. It works for most companies here in the UK. So this is the Netgear DM200 is what it's called. The Netgear DM200 high-speed DSL router, which is right. Yeah. Now I can't do too much of it because it's already plugged in, but this is the actual router itself, the DM200, and this is what I was having problems with all Tuesday and and quite a fair bit of Wednesday morning as well. It's absolutely terrible to configure, but now it's up and running. It's good. It's golden. So it's really, really good to get it started. But it was, I don't know, getting stuck somewhere. I was getting confused, and it was causing more problems than anything. My Ethernet to my actual PC wouldn't work. It's coming up yellow. Uh, this was just being a pain in the butt to get eventually on. It wouldn't then connect to this, my NetDuma gaming router, R1 gaming router, so my NetDuma wouldn't see it. Then I couldn't. Then once I got it sorted, the NetDuma, when you open up the Google pages, it wouldn't actually show you the actual page for the DM200. That was really annoying. So it's like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do with these things? Why are they not working? Why are they being so awkward? Why are they being dumb? And after ages and ages and ages and ages of going through it, we eventually got it sorted and I managed to figure it out. And now we have it up and running. One thing it doesn't tell you in this box. It kept telling you to go to www.netgearrouter login or something weird like that to get into it. You actually have to use the IP to actually get into this, which is not displayed on the router or any of the correspondence. So I didn't have a clue how to log into this router through that. There's also this little game genie or genie thing that's down at the bottom on here as well, which I could show you quickly. Um, Let me shrink this, and then what we'll do is we'll get rid of me on here, and hopefully I can do this with while guessing. So this is the Netgear Genie, and these are some of the things you can do on here. Now the problem is when you go to certain areas, especially for this, you can't do certain things, I don't think. As you can see here, it says Netgear router is not found, not supported. Also make sure the device is not in guest mode of the router, and IPv6 is enabled. Now the problem is I don't know why it's pulling this up, to be honest. I've tried putting in the passwords and everything, and it doesn't allow me to do it. So I don't know. So the one I have to go to is a physical one on Google, and I have to physically go in through there. But I'm not going to go on it today because it's got a lot of information. I don't know which pages I'm allowed to go on that don't display information for you guys and gals. I won't want you to see. So unfortunately, I won't be able to do that today. But if we quickly go into Google, it decides to work for me. Thank you. Then you can go in here, and what I thought we would do is a quick speed test just to show you the difference between them. So what I need to do is go into speed test. Let me log quickly into my NetDuma. I think it's that, yep. Right, to make sure that the quality of service is the main one I want to go to. It won't display anything here, but this is the NetDuma OS for anyone who doesn't know. And I'm going to display all of my supply to my PC. An update. Yeah, I don't care. He asked me a question. And all of that's been allocated to there. So if we run a quick speed test, to show you the difference. You have to excuse my little boy, he's coming now. So as you can see, normally before it would always go below 5. It would never be above 5, but now it's getting better. To be honest, it's a bit less than before. Why is it 35? That's kind of weird. Well, that is strange. I don't know why that's just done that, but it's never been that low. Really making me look foolish. That is strange. Let me try that again. Because that should not be like that. Maybe there's some interference on the line this morning, possibly. But what it was actually doing, even though it's not doing it right now, actually dropped me down to 60 milliseconds, which I've never been at 60 milliseconds before. With the router, and especially the BT router, I was always around 18. I don't know what's happened to the latency. The latency's gone really bizarre. That's kind of weird. Maybe because I've got the share access on, possibly. Let me just double check, see if that makes a difference. But yeah, basically what it was doing, it was dropping me down to 16 milliseconds, which is, I've never been at 16 milliseconds, and it was constantly doing it. So, between 16 to 18 milliseconds, but it was a lot more of an improvement. I've always been stuck around about 20 milliseconds. I've never been able to get much lower. On the odd occasion, it's dropped to 18 by luck, and then it stayed up at 20 milliseconds throughout the entire time I've been here in the house. But yeah, it's been really, really good. Dropping to me to 16. I know it doesn't sound like much, but it's better. And I've not tried using the DNS part of it yet, like I've done in a previous video. So let's just try this one more time, because that is kind of strange that it's not picking up the speed. And then it's saying 35 milliseconds, which is a bit bizarre. I hope I've not pulled anything out while moving the routers around. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and investigate what that is, because that is kind of weird that it's actually making me less. And I should be getting just over 5, and I should be getting about 30.3 for my download. So I don't know why it's decided not to do that. Anyway, I don't know, but we'll have a look into that in a moment and check it out. But I'm gonna have to get going now because I'm gonna go get him ready for school and everything. But hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you're new, tap that notification bell to be notified of all my videos, and you truly can be one of Kappa's convicts or a convicette or our ladies. So there we have it. It has improved. I don't know what the problem is this morning, unless it's a BT problem. I'm not too sure. I'll just double check and investigate what that issue is, just to make sure that there's no problems. But all of yesterday, day before, it's been absolutely fine. It's been absolutely knocking it out of the park. I just don't know why the download and upload has dropped a little bit, and my milliseconds gone to 30 odd. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So you know it is. It is I, the Kappa Convict. I'm signing out, and as always, I salute you, my convicts and convicts, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye for now. It's time to get you dressed.